Most people think a salary is a safety net. It's not. It's actually a bribe they pay you to forget your own dreams. You think you're climbing a ladder, but you're actually just running on a treadmill that someone else owns. And the faster you run, the more they profit while you just get tired. This is the story of how your 9-to-5 is systematically killing your net worth and exactly how to break the cycle before you wake up at 65 wondering where the time went. Imagine a Lego box. On the cover, it shows a massive, beautiful mansion. That's the dream. The house, the freedom, the legacy. You buy the box, you open it up, and you realize there are no instructions. Worse, there are only enough pieces to build a tiny shed. That's what the 9-to-5 promise is. They show you the lifestyle but give you the tools that make it impossible to reach. Meet Alex. Alex did everything right. He got the degree. He landed the corporate job. He got the 6-figure salary. On paper, Alex is winning. But Alex is actually drowning. He gets his first big paycheck and he's ecstatic. But then he looks at the deductions. Taxes take 30% right off the top. Therefore, he has to work until Wednesday every single week just to pay the government. But he still has rent. Therefore, he works Thursday just to have a roof over his head. By the time Friday afternoon rolls around, Alex is finally working for himself. But he's exhausted. So what does he do? He buys a nice dinner. He gets a nicer car. He upgrades his life because he feels he deserves it. But this creates a lifestyle creep trap. Therefore, he needs the next promotion just to keep up with his new bills. But the next promotion requires more hours. Therefore, he has less time to think about his own business. He's stuck. He's become a high-paid janitor for someone else's dream. Here is the math they didn't teach you in school. If you make $100,000 a year, you think you're rich. But you're trading the most finite resource in the universe, time, for something the government prints out of thin air. Your time is a depreciating asset in a 9-to-5. Every year you get older, your marketable years decrease. But inflation is eating the value of every dollar you've already saved. Therefore, you aren't just standing still. You are actively moving backward. Think about the equity gap. When Alex works 40 hours a week for Megacorp, he's building their value. If Megacorp grows by 10%, the CEO's net worth explodes by millions. But Alex just gets a 3% cost of living adjustment. Alex is building a skyscraper, but he only owns the cubicle he sits in. Therefore, the harder Alex works, the wider the gap between him and the people who actually own the assets. But here's where it gets dangerous. Your job is a single point of failure. If the economy shifts or an AI can do your job better, your income goes to zero instantly. But your expenses don't. Therefore, the safety of a 9-to-5 is a total illusion. It's the most risky financial position you can be in because you have no control over your primary revenue stream. So how do you fix it? You have to stop being a laborer and start being an architect. You have to use the bribe to buy your freedom. Most people use their salary to buy liabilities, things that take money out of their pocket. You need to use your salary to buy assets, things that put money into your pocket while you sleep. Alex finally realized this. He stopped buying the new car. Therefore, he had $500 extra every month. But instead of saving it in a bank where it would rot, he invested it into a small side hustle. He bought a digital asset. He bought a piece of a cash-flowing business. But it didn't work immediately. Therefore, he had to keep his 9-to-5 for another year. But this time, he wasn't working for the salary. He was working to fund his exit. This is the pivot. The 9-to-5 should be your venture capitalist, not your destination. Every hour you spend at your desk should be translated into a brick in your own empire. If you spend 8 hours building theirs, you better spend at least 2 hours building yours. The transformation happens when your assets produce more income than your lifestyle costs. That is the only definition of wealth. It's not about the size of the paycheck. It's about the source of the paycheck. If you have to show up to get it, it's a job. If it shows up while you're at the beach, it's wealth. Alex didn't quit his job the day he got mad. He quit the day his side assets covered his rent. But it wasn't just about the money. Therefore, his stress levels plummeted. But his creativity skyrocketed. Therefore, he was able to grow his own business even faster because he was no longer operating from a place of fear. He stopped being a line item on someone else's balance sheet and became the owner of his own. The system is designed to keep you just comfortable enough that you don't leave, but just broke enough that you have to stay. It's a velvet line trap. But now you see the bars. Your net worth isn't what you earn, it's what you own. Your salary is the seed, not the fruit. Stop eating your seeds. Plant them. Build something that outlives your effort. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Go build your own box. Mic drop.